For the first leg of your task, which is the sales pitch leg, you will be given 10 minutes to present. For stage 2, you will have 8 minutes to make it. After that, Mr. Mariwala may or may not ask you questions if he has any genuine things to clear up about your presentation. So it's time for you to go to the preparation zone. Hello and welcome back. Today we are with the face behind Marico Limited, Mr. Harsh Mariwala. Sir, what in your opinion are the qualities required to make for a great entrepreneur?
Let me give a twist to your question, Rahul. I would say that first of all, when an entrepreneur wants to start a business, he has certain thoughts in his mind that this is how the business I want to start. And then he starts testing waters. And at that time, while testing waters, there is a continuous process of evaluation of what is the business model which I'll ultimately land up with. While arriving at a business model, you need to be innovative. You have to think differentially. How can your business model, how can your business be superior to what your competitors are offering?
Sure.
Number two, it involves flexibility also, because if you are very rigid in your approach, that this is my business model, then you'll never succeed, because ultimately when you go through a learning curve, you'll have to go on changing. And you have to be very open also to suggestion. And as you grow, then you have to identify what are the critical success factors required to succeed in that business.
Thanks so much. Okay, it's time now to see what our last 2 remaining contestants are doing in the preparation zone.
Since both the contestants already have an exciting detailed presentation plan, which they normally use in their business, today at the presentation zone, they were making minor changes and customizing their presentations to suit the need of the task.
Right, so our contestants are back from the preparation zone. Welcome back, gentlemen. It's time for you to start your presentation, or should I say the first leg of your presentation, which, I might remind you, is about making a sales pitch. So, before you do that, there's a small matter of deciding who goes first. So here we go. Okay.
At the draw of the Lord, it was Rajiv Pathak whose name was picked up first, and therefore it was decided that he would be making the presentations at all the stages ahead of Sriram Iyer.
Your time starts now.
Before I start, I would like to highlight, number one is our background. We come from middle class background, and we were reasonably successful in our career largely because of education. So we thought it is time to use our experience to give back to society, and therefore we thought we should work in this area. And the other one is technology for children. We genuinely believed, all of us combinedly, that ground up innovation in technology has not happened for children. And finally, we wanted to make social impact by improving life of every child in our country first, and then at a global scale. So we went into 100 schools, found out there is a fundamental problem of homogeneous teaching learning in classroom, and because of that there is a gap in learning in every child. Every child needs individual attention. So we said, let's make an attempt and build a technology equivalent of human teacher, and that's where we have built this product, Funtoot. It acts like an assistant teacher for every child. It is very personal, works on intelligence, interest and other characteristics of each child. When a child gets stuck, if he's not able to understand concept, either he needs explanation when he's solving a problem, or he needs to learn concept from scratch. There needs to be assistance, which is again very contextual, very personalized, which exists in Funtoot. Then there is a encouragement and fun. It is very important to make learning fun. And there is, of course, this is an individual personal tutor, so it has to work in conjunction with your school. So it keeps reporting to your teacher what is going on with every child. It also keeps reporting to the parent of every child. It costs fraction of what a human equivalent teacher will cost. There are 40 kids in class, and there are 40 assistant teachers providing help to actual teacher. Teachers are able to save time, close to 1 to 2 hours per day. Now, how Funtoot will get integrated into curriculum? One, your teachers can ask kids to pre-study and then come to class. Second is adaptive learning. As per the lesson schedule of the class, your teachers can ask these kids to use these assistant teachers or Funtoot and learn adaptively. And the third is developing mastery on concepts. So teachers can ask to continue to use Funtoot on the topics which have already been taught and develop mastery on them. And then fourth is assessment. There is so much time that teachers spend on assessment and tests. Because Funtoot is used every day and this assistant teacher keeps giving feedback to your actual teacher, assessments are automatic, and that saves a lot of time as well. Deployment is very simple. We take care of everything. We bring a server, we put in your computer lab, we integrate from home. Kids use Funtoot through internet, and the school and the net-based access is synchronized. For teachers and schools, licenses are free. For students and parents, it is charged. Basic unit is ₹100 per student per month, Payment model is subscription, 3 monthly, 6 monthly, 12 monthly, but the contract period is 3 years. So the way it works is
Rajiv, 8 minutes around.
Sure. So the way it works is you multiply 100 rupees by number of students by number of months for a year, and you pay us 3 monthly, 6 monthly, and 12 monthly as you feel appropriate. Here are our school partners, some in Bangalore, some in Hyderabad. These are all types of schools, top 1, medium and lower end. So here is a screenshot as to how kid is trying to solve a problem and how Funtoot is trying to help by pointing out the error. And here is another problem where there is a natural language that child is trying to write here, and Funtoot is capable enough to understand that natural language written by child and is able to pinpoint that this is where he has to correct himself. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rajiv. That was highly illuminating. Wonderful presentation.
In view of the changes in curriculum of the schools, how will you adopt the change in curriculum on a perpetual basis when every year or every few years the curriculum changes? How will your software package enable that?
So we have a team of teachers that is creating content, and there is a team of teachers that is supporting the software. So the team of teachers that will grow as the number of customers will grow, will work on taking the prescribed changes by the boards and will modify the content.
Thank you very much. Okay, Sriram, ready to go? Yes. Your time starts now.
What do we want to do as a startup is that we want to be recognized as a thought leader and innovator in the mobile broadband wireless space. So that's our big picture. So how do we get into there? By making world's best connection managers and device management software. So what is a connection manager? So connection manager is a piece of software that will enable a device. It could be a phone, tablet, any device that you have to connect to a network and start exchanging data. So what our software helps is managing connection when you move across multiple networks. One of the phones which was launched for Christmas last year, one of the world's biggest phone manufacturers, uses Uconnect for doing this Wi-Fi offloading. We also manage multiple data connections, and we are having a state-of-art new product called the Unified Connection Manager. So what our Connect One does is one connection manager which manages the whole thing. Since we are a unified connection manager, we know all the interfaces. So what we do is something called energy efficient flow switching. For a particular data rate, we know that power is minimum consumed if I send it through a Wi-Fi connection or a Bluetooth tethering connection or a 4G connection. Since I have the data, I can switch the data through which interface it flows, and actually we have seen like 10 to 20% reduction in power consumption. I told you that there are going to be hybrid wireless networks. It's like a funnel where you pour, like instead of a pipe, it became a funnel and it's going to overflow. So somebody sees the funnel, oh, it's overflowing, and then they close the tap. So it shouldn't be like that. So we as a connection manager know that it's switching from 4G to 3G or 3G to 2G. So at the point of change, we change the input flow characteristics so that the end user has an amazing, so calls won't get dropped, you won't hear multiple things. As I said, again, in 4G technologies, we are going to work on you'll move across multiple networks. So what we have is very advanced artificial learning algorithms, which we don't use for teaching, but we use it to learn the stuff, how the user goes through various networks. We remember that and optimize that so that, for example, if you daily go from home to your office, we offer, after a few days, you'll find that the whole experience is like super seamless. So there are no call drops. We know how to give you the best optimum thing. So actually patents are pending in all three that I've shown. So if you're still not sold, I'll tell you that I can make more money for you. One of the biggest problems of network operators, call Vodafone, call Airtel guys. If you call them, they'll say like, oh my God, how do I increase my ARPU? So ARPU is like average revenue per user. It's coming down consistently because of the price wars. So operators are looking for ways to increase their average revenue per user. So what Uconnect does is it creates a very seamless mobile value-added application service platform. For example, Connection Manager is always with your device. It knows where you are. So I can provide a targeted ads to you or targeted deals to you. And I can also help you keep data in multiple devices in sync. So we can offer a range of services on Uconnect. We rethink and push the boundaries of what connection managers do. So what is the value proposition to the end users who actually use this Reliance NetConnects, tablets, and so on? So they have an easy to use interface, which you probably not see at all because it's like running in the background. So very consistent user experience across multiple devices. And we give you a lot of value-added services. And for the operators, when you start deploying your network, we have very advanced analytics which will help you tune the whole network for optimum. So you won't say, my call always drops when I cross this road. So for the device manufacturers, what is the value proposition? So say if there's a Nokia or a Motorola who wants to use the chipset and go into probably a Reliance network. So if they use Uconnect for their connection management, they save a lot of time instead of doing the whole testing and integration in the network. So we save a lot of time.
Sriram, 2 minutes left.
So this is something that I like. You said that when new competitions are come in with international competitors, this is how I feel good because I just benchmark them with our product and you can see a lot of ticks. Whatever we see a lot of ticks is our product. So these are some of the competitors who are like $200 million kind of competitors. So we have a great product, we have great technology, and it will help you make money. And we consistently innovate on connection management domain. And we also give you very easy licensing model, no complicated stuff. So you give a licensing per device or per chipset, and you have to pay us a per device royalty. And it's not like one big chunk, like you could choose only the modules that you want. And the pricing starts like 25 cents per device. And if you need some help in structuring the deal, we'll help you do it for you. We have great technology, we've got great market, we've got a great team and proven industry traction. And we have won practically almost all awards that competitions that we win. Like we recently won the Best Product Startup Award in India by TechSparks with jury from Google, Sequoia, and so on. And for the last 2 years, we have won the top 10 mobile technology companies in India. And Qualcomm, the guys who invented 4G, have also given us an award. Thank you so much, sir.
Mr. Mariwala?
Is there any way to determine paybacks in terms of to the final user if you're going to charge it per chip to a telephone user? What would be the payback in terms of?
Actually, the user finally pays the money, but it is the device manufacturer who pays. It's one time. So it won't recur on a monthly basis. And like, for example, like 25 cents, he gets a lifelong state-of-art connection management till the life of the device is there. So it's like extremely cheap, and you don't have to worry on innovating on connection management domain. You just leave it to us. So you don't make it yourself. You might pay $1 million to us, but you will probably save a lot more money than doing it yourself. So we are a very niche connection manager player there.
So that brings us to the end of stage 1 of the task that our 2 finalists have to do today. We will now move on to stage 2, where they will make presentations as if Mr. Mariwala is now not anymore an end consumer of their product, but in fact a venture capitalist who's looking to see which product he will invest in with greater enthusiasm. Stage 2 of the task on this, the final episode of The Pitch Season 2, coming up after this break.
Why child is not able to understand a topic? Is it he careless or being overconfident, or he has forgotten? All of this discovery we are able to do, and that technology exists again based on artificial intelligence and machine learning.
LTE chipset in so many other devices. For example, cameras. So you put a LTE chipset in a camera, take a high-def photos, upload it directly to the server.